Candor from the Discord server asked for some advice on how to separate pitch from resonance. So here are 3 useful approaches that you can explore. Number 1, laddering. First, just keep a stable pitch, and then we're going to slowly try to change resonance. To demonstrate this, I'm going to start with a pretty heavy sound, and I'm slowly going to change my resonance. And then I try and hear each little snapping point, like so. So I like to think of practicing my resonance versus pitch like trying to hear those harmonic rungs being climbed up one at a time. If you're having trouble with that, like if your resonance control kind of isn't that good to begin with, it can probably be easier for you to start with a pitch tracker and just make sure your pitch stays in one place. Number 2, the same thing as the previous exercise, but for beginners. This is a simpler version than the previous exercise because it uses basic vowels and also has a pitch tracker support. Is to open a pitch tracker and just make sure that you're staying at one level. Then you're going to try to move the vowel around, which is like a basic resonance exercise. Remember that all vowels are technically different patterns of resonance. So if you're struggling to separate pitch from resonance with more complex movements, focus on the basic vowels that you already know and make sure you can move between those really easily while remaining at one pitch. Then, if you want, you can move on to gender modifications like these. Number 3, training wheels. For our ears, though. In this approach, you completely stop making pitch. Instead, you can use a file or you can use a sound, which I'll provide below. You can play it on your phone, put it up to your mouth, and then as you move your vocal tract around like your tongue or your lips or larynx, you will start to hear and train your ear to listen for changes of resonance acting on a constant pitch. And that will just keep us with one harmonic series, one pitch, and then we simply try to change it. And those rungs on the harmonic ladder become a lot more obvious. So if you were to take this noise file here, your goal would be to count up 3 or 4 of those from the bottom. One, 2, 3. You can also practice moving different things around. So you could try moving your tongue or trying to move your pharynx and larynx, or just opening and closing your nose, or just moving your lips. So really have fun with this, and it will teach you what the different movements of your vocal tract sound and feel like if a constant pitch is happening. For example, here's moving my tongue in my mouth. But to change the gender stuff, that's mostly a movement of the pharynx and the throat. So R2 stuff is kind of not as important, but it's very useful to practice changing space in your oral cavity. Changes of space in the oral cavity have a very different sound than changes of space in the pharynx and the rear chamber in your throat. Here is a change of the pharynx, which has a more gender modifying effect. In the past on this channel, you've heard me call this R1 or size, etc. So let's listen to that. And most importantly, you should experiment and have fun. So if you're still having trouble, break it down into even simpler parts. Resonance changes whenever you move anything in your vocal tract. So you could literally just create one constant pitch and move your lips in and out, and that will start to develop fundamental skills to separate pitch and resonance. If you already have the ability to match pitch, you might as well just put a pitch going on in the background like a cello or a sine wave and just work on changing resonance with that pitch while you're in unison. If you don't know how to match a pitch, you can check out my YouTube video, How to Match Pitch. So there are a few basic approaches. I hope this is helpful, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Take care and be well.